Hello everyone, it is Gail from Ticket to Anywhere, and no, it is not Friday. I am just suffering from a wee bit of boredom, and so I thought, why not do a vlog? Because, what better way to pass some time? So here I am, and I actually do have some kind of stuff to talk about, just rambling on, but it will all mostly be bookish related, maybe, I think? I don't know. We'll see what comes out of my mouth. So yeah, this week was a very fun week. I won 2 prizes from doing donations to Japan, well, to organizations that will go help over in the tragedy in Japan, and I didn't really expect to get anything out of one of them, which was the shelter box donation that Maureen Johnson did, but out of that I won a signed box set of the Mortal Instruments books from Cassandra Clare, which I just think is absolutely amazing because I love her so very excited to get that. And then the other one was the Right for Red Cross auction, and there's like this whole doggy package type thing for this book, which I am blanking on the name of, but it's a book from the author, a dog bowl, flip cam, which I'm very excited about, and I don't know, just a whole bunch of like random stuff, so I'm very excited for that. Also, in terms of the tsunami, Heidi Kling, who is the author of this book, Sea, which is about a tsunami, the one that affected Indonesia several years ago. She is doing a great fundraising drive for Doctors Without Borders, which I believe is an organization her husband has worked with before. But for every purchase of Sea that someone makes, like a new copy of the hardcover, of an electronic edition, something, then she's going to donate 20% to Doctors Without Borders. If you are not near a bookstore or it's not sold where you are, if you send her $25, she will send you a copy of the book and still donate that 20% to Doctors Without Borders. And you can find out more details about this great giveaway, fundraising type option, whatever you want to call it, on her Tumblr, which is heidiarkling.tumblr.com. And I will post the link below on my YouTube and also on my blog. If I put this on my blog, I haven't decided that yet. But yeah, it's for a great cause. The doctors are always needed in like war-torn places affected by tragedies such as Japan and New Zealand are going through now, and just places, that don't have the resources that we have here in like the United States or Europe. So go forth, help support, and you get a great book in the bargain. And if you already have Sea, then I encourage you to go forth, buy a copy, and give it to a friend, give it to your library. But it's a really good book that talks about the effects of a tsunami. Other bookish random stuff that I did this week, well, it's not so bookish. I went to the movies. I went to 2 movies. The first one was King's Speech, and I went with Danny B of frenzyofnoise.net, or is it frenzyofnoise.com? It's one of those 2. I know that for a fact. And I'll post the link below for whatever the right one is, and maybe I'll flash it around the computer thing like magic. We'll see. Haven't decided yet. But yeah, we went to see the King's Speech, and it is absolutely, absolutely, absolutely phenomenal, and I strongly urge everyone go and see it on the big screen because it is just so brilliantly done. Colin Firth is just absolutely, absolutely amazing, and he so deserved that award that he won for it because his role is just beyond good, and I can't say enough about it, but I absolutely loved it. The acting, the scenery, and all that stuff. It was just so much fun. After seeing the King's Speech, I was ditched by Danielle because she had something else to go do that was more important than hanging out with me. Sniff, sniff. Cry, cry. And so she went off and did her thing, and then I went down to Northeastern University to see Patrick Rothfuss speak, and it started at 6, and I got there at like 10 past or something. It wasn't that late, but the place was packed to the brim. People were standing outside, but I was able to kind of like worm my way into the main part of the auditorium because I'm just sneaky like that. And it was just a lot of fun. If he is ever in your area, go hear him speak, even if you don't know who he is really, even if you don't read epic fantasy, because it's just fascinating just to hear him just speak. He is so good to his fans. He answers the most random of questions with humor and good taste. Well, maybe not always good taste, but there's always humor involved in it, and he's just super funny, and he even sings when people asked him to sing, and granted the audience had to sing along with him, but he sang, and how many authors will sing at a signing? But that was really cool, and I don't know, I guess it was just a really fun signing, one of the more fun ones that I've been to in a while. And there was just so many people there, so many. There was like over 300 people, and everyone had like 2 or 3 books to sign, and he stayed all the way until the end, and everyone had their books signed. So I think he was there till like 11, 12 o'clock, they were predicting. I got my book signed around 9 o'clock, I believe it was. 9, maybe it was 9:30. I was in line for like an hour and a half, and made some friends with people in line, just random talking. But it was a lot of fun, made the time go by fast, and then I got a bunch of books signed, like these 2 here. These are Patrick Rothfuss's first book, I should say. I couldn't say first 2 books. This is the first one, Name in the Wind. It was my Fragment Friday this week, and I'm still like halfway through it. I haven't really picked it up since then. But got these signed for a friend and a friend of a friend. And then I got his newest book, which is The Wise Men's Fear, which is really big and heavy. So I got 2 of these signed as well. And do not drop these books, because you can, like, I don't know, break a toe or something. These things are huge. But got 2 of these signed as well. One for me, one for a friend. Because that's what you do with signings, you get shit signed. Yeah. So that was fun. I got home late, went to bed, you know, usual boring crap of my life. But then the next day was St. Patrick's Day, and I'm Irish, so yay, St. Patrick's Day. I remembered it was my dad's birthday, so I called him, so that was a good thing, although he hung up on me. But that seems to be a trend in my parents' lives right now. I don't even think they realize it half the time. I don't know. I'm just unloved. But yeah, so St. Patrick's Day, didn't do too much until that evening when I went back into Boston, and I went to go see an advanced screening for the area of Jane Eyre, and I went with Marie of Boston Bibliophile, and she actually reviewed this on her movie blog, which I cannot remember the name or the link to right now, but I'll post it below, because she did a really cool review of it, and you should all go look at it. But I loved Jane Eyre. Like, I read the book for the first time in 2009 and thought it was absolutely amazing, and I wondered why I had waited so long to read that book, and if you haven't read it yet, you should definitely go forth and read it. But the movie was just so spectacular. Mia, what's her name, is an amazing Jane Eyre. She pulls it off so well. I had some minor quibbles with it. I mean, I thought I really wish they would have spent a lot more time with her in her childhood and then at Longbourn. But the bulk of the book is when she is as a governess at Thornfield Hall. I think that's the name of it. I'm blanking. But yeah, so since the bulk of the book is when she's at Thornfield, that's where the bulk of the movie takes place. And you only have so much time in a movie to talk about stuff from a book, and so I think they did a very good job with how they presented it, the parts that they cut out and put in, and how they put it all together. Like, it kind of starts near the end of the story, and when she leaves Thornfield Hall and she like goes off, and then she meets the Rivers family, and then the whole movie is kind of told in this flashback, and I just thought it was very well done how it was done. I keep using that a lot, but the scenery is just absolutely breathtaking. It's just so stark and beautiful, and the times when the weather is bad, it's like you can almost feel the rain on you and the cold and the chill, and I can't wait to see this movie again because it was just so good. and the audience that we had with us was kind of funny. There was some old guy who was standing in line with Marie and I, and he would like interrupt us, like we're mid conversation chatting about there, and then he'd like tap me on the shoulder and be like, "Did you hear about this dog that lived from this that was supposed to die?" We're just like, "What?" And so that was kind of amusing, slightly, and just a little bit annoying as well. And then the audience had obviously, well, the audience that they had chosen to go see this screening had obviously never read the book before, because they were all kind of, I don't know, they laughed at things that weren't funny, because I think they didn't really appreciate the dialogue of the day. I mean, yes, it's sometimes cheesy and archaic, but, you know, I mean, it's a period piece. It's, I don't know, they just talk differently then. But, so yeah, that was kind of annoying at times, but it was entertaining at others, and at the very, very end, and I won't say what happens, but there's a scene at the end, and those who have read Jane Eyre kind of may know or not know what it's about, but it is towards the end of the book, and it is an important scene at the end of the book, so maybe you know. But everyone just sort of gasped in the audience, and I don't think I've ever heard an audience gasp before, because everyone was like totally shocked and taken aback, and I just thought that was kind of cool, and I think, you know, the people who put on the movie would appreciate that. You know, it shocked people who didn't know what was coming, and yeah, let's see. I've been rambling for a while now, so I will shut up now on my rambling, and maybe I'll come back next week and do this again. We'll see how many views or comments or whatever I get. But even without views, comments, or whatever, I might still do it anyway, because vlogging is fun. Anyhow, it's been fun. Talk to you later. Until next time. Maybe next week. Maybe tomorrow. We will see.